Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, it is so great to have you. I'm Antoinette, a New Zealander living in Germany. So, it's no secret, I have a love-hate relationship with the German language. I have had to learn German from scratch as an adult. It hasn't been easy for me. For someone like myself who has not grown up speaking German grammar and pronunciation can be very complicated. But on the other hand, the German language can be very logical and even beautiful. A lot of German words are very poetic and just very beautiful in my opinion. Actually, something I really love about a lot of German words and phrases is that they can be very literal and just make a lot of sense. And some German words are actually hilariously literal and they have very funny English translations. So I am going to be talking about some pretty hilarious German words really soon. But before I get into that, I would like to thank today's sponsor, Lingoda, who have recently opened up enrollment for their very last language sprint of the year. If you're not already familiar with Lingoda, it is a highly regarded online language school which was actually founded in Berlin, so it definitely has that German stamp of approval. And of course I love to support German companies. Lingoda has a wide range of different language courses that you can take, ranging from English, business English, Spanish, French, and of course German. Their classes are taken in very small group settings, so you're able to receive that individual attention that you need. The language classes that I've taken with Lingoda in the past have been fantastic. The teachers are always so engaging and just so professional, and the course material is very easy to follow. Lingoda is hosting their language sprint on the 31st of October. So if you don't know anything about the sprint, essentially it's a language learning challenge where you learn the language of your choice intensely for 3 months with the opportunity to get your cash back. This is the perfect opportunity for anybody who is wanting to dramatically improve their language skills in a very short amount of time. So Lingoda has 2 offers for the sprint. They have the regular sprint and the super sprint. So when you sign up, you can decide which option works best for you. And if you attend all your classes for your challenge, you're eligible for cashback. So if you're up for a challenge, if this sounds like something you might be interested in, I will leave a link for more information about the sprint in my description below. I will also leave a discount code which enables you to receive a €20 discount on your deposit. Also, don't forget to check out Lingoda's FAQ session before joining. Okay guys, so let's get into 5 German words with hilariously literal translations. Oh, how I love the German language. It is the best. Just a warning though, you may not want to be eating when you're watching this video because, well, I guess you'll find out soon. Okay, so the first word, brace yourself, is Durchfall. So that's how I pronounce it. This is how Google pronounces it for probably more of a native sounding pronunciation.
Durchfall.
Durchfall actually means diarrhea, but the literal translation into English, durch means through and fall means fall or falling, and I just love that. Like, it is pretty gross, but it is so just literal. It just makes sense. Falling through falling. It's just like, how simple and straight to the point can you get? It just makes so much more sense than diarrhea. It just explains what it is so much more clearly. The word, oh, I hate saying it so many times, but diarrhea in English, it's just a word. I just realized I didn't even explain what the word means, but I'm presuming that you all know what it means. If you don't, diarrhea means loose stool. Durchfall. Yeah, so the German meaning, when I first heard what it meant, I just thought, that is brilliant. Like, that just sums it up so well. Okay, so the next word, oh my goodness, I laughed so hard when I first heard this word. I just thought it was brilliant. And this word is Wildpinkler. So that's how I pronounce it. This is how Google pronounces it.
Wildpinkler.
Wildpinkler. Do you guys actually think that I need the Google German pronunciation? Because in previous videos when I have done this, you guys have said to me that I shouldn't use Google as an example and that my pronunciation is fine. So just let me know in the comment section below. So anyway, what Wildpinkler actually means is somebody who likes to relieve themselves or pee outside in the outdoors. And this literally translates to wild pisser. Like, that's what we would say in English. but we don't have a word for this in English. I think I laughed so hard when I heard this word because for some reason, I automatically just pictured a man peeing outside and having a really bad aim and just peeing everywhere like a wild peer or wild pisser. It just made me laugh. I know it's ridiculous, but I just found it funny, and I found it funny that the German language has a word for this, to describe this. Okay, so the next word is Brustwarze. That's how I pronounce it. Google Translate.
Brustwarze.
Brustwarze means nipple. And the literal translation of Brustwarze is breast wart. So, wart, like, what? I never in my wildest dreams would have associated a nipple with a wart, and it actually sounds pretty gross. It doesn't sound nice, but that's how it is described in German, and well, it sounds very clinical, very logical, because I guess, you know, in a way it does look like a wart, a nipple, but I never thought of it as that. Some of you actually may have seen a video I made a while back talking about German words in relation to pregnancy and childbirth, and many of these words were very beautiful and very poetic sounding and kind of celebrating the female body. I do feel like the German translations to many of these words were very beautiful, but in this case, breast wart, not so beautiful. Okay, so the next word, I also laughed when I heard this one. I thought it was brilliant, and this word is Klobrille. So Klobrille, that's how I pronounce it. This is how Google pronounces it.
Klobrille.
Klobrille means toilet seat. So Klobrille, this is kind of like a slang word for toilet seats, Toilettensit. The reason I found it so hilarious is that Klo in German translates to loo in English, which is just kind of like a short kind of almost slang term for toilet. But the funny part is Brille, which means glasses. Basically, it's just referring to the toilet seat as being glasses, or like one lens of a pair of glasses, as a toilet seat. And I found that so funny because it kind of made me paranoid, like thinking, oh my goodness, I need to clean my toilet seat really well, because obviously Germans are going to be looking at that through, you know, glasses. That was just my interpretation, but maybe the real reason why Klo and Brille were put together was for a totally different reason. So if you're German and you're watching this, let me know in the comment section below. Okay guys, so last but not least, this is a German word that I just thought was amazing. When I first heard it, I just thought, oh my goodness, this makes so much sense. And this word is Handschuhe. So my pronunciation,
Handschuhe.
Google's pronunciation, this literally translates to hand shoes. And oh my goodness, can you guess what hand shoes are? They're gloves, of course. Hand shoes. I never thought of gloves being hand shoes, but I guess they kind of are. And honestly, when I heard this, I was like, that is so brilliant. That is so straight to the point. That is just a great word, hand shoes. And I thought it sounded kind of hilarious, but pretty cool, hand shoes. And it's so funny because my kids, when they were really little, because they've grown up bilingual, they actually used to call gloves hand shoes because it just made more sense to them. Even though they knew that they were actually gloves, they just thought it sounded better, hand shoes. So I just think that's a cool German word. So anyway guys, that is all I've got for this video today. I had so much fun with these hilarious German words. I'm sure there are so many more that I can talk about in this video. I might have to make a part 2 and a part 3, but this is, yeah, I love sort of dissecting the German language. I think the German language has some fantastic, hilarious, beautiful, just some really great words. Also, don't forget that Lingoda has opened up enrollment for their very last language sprint of the year. I will leave information to the sprint in my description below. I will also leave a discount code where you will receive 20 euros off your deposit. Don't forget to check out Lingoda's FAQ session before joining. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, then don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. I would love you to consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't already. Feel free to connect with me on Instagram, and I will see you again really soon. Bye!